and we saw how their prayers were so wonderful, and Krishna gifted everybody with this wonderful glance. When he looked at them, they were fully satisfied. So now, so how did Krishna let everybody know he's coming to Dwarka? In those days, there was no internet. You couldn't send emails or text messages. So what did Krishna do? Anybody wants to take a guess? So as he reached the border of Dwarka, how did he let everybody know he's coming? He had done the same thing before beginning of the Kurukshetra war.
I think he sent messengers.
Good guess, but not the right answer. He did the same with something he has in his paraphernalia, meaning his accessories, what Krishna carries around.
I think he blew his conch shell.
Yes, very good, Nitinji. What is the name of his conch shell?
I don't know, Prabhuji.
Yeah, it's called Panchajanya. So Krishna took out his Panchajanya, and if you remember from Bhagavad Gita, when Krishna and Arjuna and everybody blew their conch shells, Duryodhana was so afraid. It was like death was calling him, and that's what happened, right? It was a sound of victory, and so the enemy feels very scared. But when Krishna blew his conch shell at the border of Dwarka, everybody who was waiting for many, many months for Krishna, they were so excited. So that's the difference between atheists and devotees of Krishna. Atheists or other people, when they hear about Krishna, they are like, oh, this is just waste of time. But when devotees hear about Krishna and opportunity to serve the devotees, they are so excited. Oh, this is very nice. So when they heard Krishna's conch shell, they left everything they were doing and started preparing. Because Krishna is in the border, it will take some time for him to arrive. So now they heard Krishna is coming, so they're all so excited, and a big festival has started. So this conch shell Krishna, he has very reddish lips. He doesn't wear any lipstick, but he's such perfect in every body part, and his lips are like very, very bright red, and so they are compared. So when a swan, so the conch shell is white, right? And when Krishna's red lips were touching the conch shell, it is described that it is like a swan is in a lotus pond and playing with the stems of the lotuses. So, so that's the description given. And everybody stopped everything they were doing. The citizens started running towards Krishna because, why would anybody want to run? Usually when somebody is coming to their house, they don't run to the other person when he's on the road. But all the citizens were running in the opposite direction where Krishna was traveling to, so that they can meet Krishna as early as possible and spend more time with him. They were so excited that he's back, because he had gone for the war. He was gone for many, many days. The war itself was less than a month, and then Krishna stayed for a few months to make sure Yudhishthira is comfortable. So this is like almost a year Krishna is gone, and so they were eagerly waiting. And when they heard the conch shell, they just ran towards Krishna. Right. So they all tried to take some presents, and when they were running, they were saying, "Oh, how can I serve Krishna?" They were taking that, and that is compared. Their little gifts that they were taking towards Krishna is compared to um, a little lamp that everybody lights to the sun, because Krishna can give anybody any gifts he want at any time, but everybody out of love of Krishna is still taking something for Krishna. So it is described that it was like lamps are lit for the sun. Then so they were saying that, "Oh Krishna, you are our mother, you are our father, you are our spiritual master, you are our worshipable deity. um, we we are so excited that you are coming." And they have no other protector but Krishna. They understand that only Krishna can protect them, because even like now, you as children, you might think, "Oh, our parents will protect us." Then as citizen of a country, you'd think that the army will protect you. But all this, with time, this will change, because parents will become old. They won't be as strong as they are when right now. And then like any army, like Ukraine is getting attacked by Russia, the army couldn't protect thousands of people, citizens dying there. So all that, all those material protection is not something that can protect you all the time. Those are temporary protections, but the real protection is Krishna, because even when your body disintegrates and dies, Krishna is there with you all the time. So Krishna is the greatest protector. They all understand that in Dwarka. So they're fully surrendered to the Lord. Now most of us in our daily lives, we forget about that. We think what we are doing is the greatest. We have to do our duty, but we shouldn't forget and pay gratitude to Krishna like the Dwarkavasis are doing. So so they're saying they have wonderful prayers, just like the citizens of Hastinapur were also having these wonderful prayers. All the Dwarkavasis are having great prayers, and they're saying they cannot exist without Krishna's presence. It was like without Krishna, it was very difficult, because Krishna's, when they see the smile, all their worries goes away. So they just want to look at Krishna, and so Krishna entered the city of Dwarka, acknowledging all the greetings of these wonderful devotees. Now Krishna had given, so even when Krishna went to Hastinapur, he had there were good commander-in-chiefs who Krishna had empowered them with all the power so that they can protect the Dwarkavasis. So the city of Dwarka is very beautiful. There are nice orchards, flower gardens, nice ashrams, parks. There are big like reservoirs of water with lotus flowers everywhere blooming. So it's such a beautiful city, and so that's always the beauty. And then they also decorated, while Krishna is coming, they started getting nice flags and garlands everywhere. They started painting signs and slogans, all welcoming Krishna home. And then they put, like, all over the road, they put scented water so that nice fragrance was coming. So all the public places were all cleaned. The highways, subways, lanes, markets were all very nicely cleaned. And then the fruits and flowers and then seeds were all put everywhere so that it looked very, very nicely opulent. They had on each door, every door in Dwarka was decorated with sugar canes on the side. and then water pots below with nice incense all lit up and candles set up. They had yogurt pots put all there. So all these nice auspicious things were all set up so that when Krishna looked at their homes, he was seeing very, very nice decorations to welcome Krishna. And then Krishna's family and close friends like Akrura, Vasudev, his father, Ugrasena, his grandfather, uh, they are all Balramji. They when they heard Krishna is coming, they couldn't eat, they couldn't rest or even sit. They were walking hither thither just to see when Krishna is coming, when Krishna is coming. And they took out their chariots and also bought some brahmanas bringing nice flowers for Krishna, and they set forth with elephants and emblems of fortune, and they also bought conch shells and bugles. They were blowing all that. So they just wanted to show their affection for the Lord. So many beautiful ladies were traveling in their vehicles also to see Krishna, and they had nice beautiful earrings. They were fully decorated, and so in those times everybody used to get dressed up so well just to have make Krishna satisfied. And then other skilled folks like dramatists, artists, dancers, singers, they were all doing what they're good at, their skill to show Krishna. Like historians, genealogists, learned speakers, they were giving sermons about Krishna. So each one were contributing their good skill. So just like all of us have a unique way that we can serve the Lord. So one person like Hemanji has one way that Krishna can be served that nobody else can. So you are unique and you are very special. So for Krishna, so if each of us use what we are really special at in service of Krishna, that is the topmost place we can all reach. Because that's our constitutional position or Sanatana Dharma. So all of these Dwarkavasis, they are doing that, and they are doing their skill to appease the Lord. And then Krishna, he reciprocates with everyone. It's not like you do all this for many years and Krishna doesn't even care about it. Krishna cares about each and every one of us. So just like that, he went to each person and heard what they had to say. He embraced them, shook their hand, and everybody who came to welcome Krishna, he reciprocated to them. Okay. And then to the elderly people, now Krishna is the original creator, but when he arrived in this world, he arrived later than the persons who came before him, like his father, grandfather, all of them. And Krishna is teaching us the etiquette. Though he is the Supreme Lord, he is going and falling on the feet of the elders, putting his head on their feet, and giving all respects to them. Nowadays, when children grow up and then they make more money than their parents, they really don't care about their parents. You hear about all those stories. But Krishna is showing that's not right. He is, even though he's the Supreme Lord, he's giving all respects to his parents. And then you can see in the picture that what is the color of the umbrella they're using so that Krishna is protected from the sunshine. Everybody's on mute. just want to make sure all of you are still there. What's the color of the umbrella?
White.
Yes, yes. It's white. Nice white umbrella was used by the devotees to protect Krishna from the sunshine. No, Krishna doesn't need protection, but the devotees always care. Oh, is Krishna getting tired? Is he getting is sweat coming off him because of the sunshine? They don't want the sunshine um, to come and make the Lord uncomfortable. So they're always caring about Krishna. They're holding this umbrella, and you see the other. They're fanning the feathered chamaras to kind of fan Krishna so that he's not feeling heat. So everything a devotee can do, they do for the Lord. So all these wonderful paraphernalia was looking like a dark cloud. Krishna is like a dark cloud, dark monsoon cloud, and all these different services everybody is doing along with this yellow garment. It looked like when there's rain, there's thunder, there's the sun and the moon and the thunder, all were happening simultaneously. That was the sight. So then he, after paying respect to his elders, Krishna then went to meet his queens. So his queens were waiting for many, many months, and they couldn't stop themselves. The tears were rolling down their eyes, and they first embraced Krishna in their heart, in the innermost place in their heart, not externally. Then they in their mind they were seeing Krishna, and they are embracing him there, but they just sent their kids to go embrace Krishna. So that's how the queens greeted him, and the queens, they think he's just a husband who is always listening to what the wife is saying. They forget that he's the Supreme Lord. But Krishna is so focused on each person because he has built 16,108 palaces for each person, right? Like one person has one palace, but there are 16,108 queens. We know how Krishna went and rescued the girls that Narakasura was keeping as prisoners, like 16,000 of them, and he made all of them his wives to protect them. So each one of them were given a palace. So Krishna kind of expanded himself and was focusing on each person. But nowadays, the men have a lot of difficulty even serving the family and making one wife, their wife, satisfied. But Krishna was making all his 16,108 wives very happy. And they were thinking, oh, Krishna is just mine. Krishna is listening to what I'm saying. So they forget that he's the Supreme Lord. So now Krishna has arrived after destroying all the demons. So that war was arranged so that they will fight with each other on all the bad guys would die in the Kurukshetra war. Now the world itself was cleansed of all the bad people, and now he has actually come victorious back to Dwarka. And if you remember when we discussed when Krishna was born, before Krishna was born, Mother Earth went to Brahma and she was crying, oh, there are so many bad people. They're doing so many bad things to me. Come and protect me and help me. And Brahma said, I can't do this. So he went to Lord Vishnu. And that's when, that's one of the reasons Krishna came. But the queens don't know all this. They're all focused on one husband that they were taking care of, and the husband is taking care of their wife, just like the regular families nowadays you see. But Krishna is unaffected by anything. by any of these material things. So all these wives, they were looking at Krishna very beautifully and trying to attract him. But actually, Krishna is unaffected. He's not agitated. It is said that, Cupid, or the Kamadev, he cannot resist these looks of the wives of Krishna, but Krishna is unaffected by these agitating looks um, of all these beautiful ladies. Lord Shiva couldn't control himself. He ran behind Mohini when Lord Vishnu took the form of Mohini, and then he showed that form to Lord Shiva. Even though he is fully renounced, because of the power of Krishna's energy, that attraction became so much that he forgot that he's into meditation and austerity and away from the material aspects of man and women getting together and all that. But even Lord Shiva was affected, but Krishna is not affected by these beautiful wives looking at him and trying to attract him. Okay, so we are, I think we'll conclude the class today and go to the Kahoot if there are no questions. So any questions or comments from anyone? We'll move a little faster in next few classes. When direct description of Krishna comes, it's good to go into the detail, how devotees are treating Krishna and Krishna are treating the devotees, because that's the topmost understanding. So we just covered one chapter today. Last class also we covered another, the previous chapter about Krishna leaving. So now we will do this Kahoot. Okay, the game pin is 747838. I'll make the QR code big so you can scan it with your phone or any other device so you can quickly get connected. There are 14 questions today. It's focused on some detailed aspects of what we discussed. So give it your best attempt. It doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. It's about participation because everything is a learning experience. We have Santoshji, unknown, Radha Chaitraji. So I know Hemantji sometimes have these cryptic names. So either this is, I'm guessing it's unknown as Nitinji or Hemantji. But if, okay, now we know who it is. All right, so let's get started. First question. Lord Krishna's entrance into Dwarka. How did Lord Krishna let the citizens of Dwarka know that he is coming when he was at the border, sending a messenger, blowing his conch shell, lighting up fireworks in the sky, all of the above? Very good. Nobody fell for all of the above. I was trying to trick you. All of you got it right, so that means I got it right. Thank you. Okay, Santoshji is in first place, closely followed by Radha Chaitraji, then Nitinji and Hemantji. So it looks like it's based on how fast you click. Okay, what is the sight of Krishna's red lips touching his white conch shell compared to? Yes, white swan playing with stems of red lotuses. Very good. Okay. Nitinji has come to second place now. Okay, next question. Why did the citizens of Dwarka run towards Krishna when Krishna was coming to Dwarka? They wanted to exercise, they want to leave their houses for someone else. Okay, you all got it right. They wanted to see Krishna as early as possible and spend time with him. This is good. You're getting very fast with your answers. That'll help you even in your academics. So you can do multiple choice questions fast with the skill you're developing here. Okay, Santoshji is on fire. It's closely followed by Nitinji. Then Radha Chaitraji is also very close. And then Himanji. Okay. Fourth question. What are Dwarka's citizen presents to Krishna compared to gold and diamonds for a bride, food and drink for a traveler, house and vehicles for a groom, offering a lamp to the sun? Yes, very good. We discussed how these gifts are insignificant to Krishna, like you're lighting a lamp when the sun is shining, but Krishna likes it because you are giving all your respects and love to him. What is the welcome of the Dwarka Vasis compared to? Text message, emojis of love, email with sweet words, prayers with praises, kids welcoming their father back home. So, yeah. Somebody said text message, emoji of love. Now, there were no text messages at that time, so you could have eliminated 1 and 2. It could either be prayers with praises or kids welcoming father back home. So we mentioned how the Dwarkavasis were saying Krishna is my father, my mother. And when you probably do this when your dad is away for a few days or he went to work, you haven't seen him. When he comes, you're all excited, you run to your father. So that is what is compared to Krishna coming back to Dwarka and all the citizens running to him. Okay, true or false? Time can exert its influence on Krishna. So time exerts influence like you get old, you get, you go through birth, old age, disease, death, but that's not, Krishna actually controls time. Time cannot control Krishna. So the answer is false. Okay, Radha Chaitraji is now in first place. Okay, what did the Dwarkavasis address Krishna as? Parent, well-wisher, and worshipable deity, spiritual master, all of the above. All of the above. This time, all of the above is the right answer. Good job, everyone. Next question. Why did the Dwarkavasis consider themselves fortunate and is full of gratitude? Able to look into Krishna's smiling face, Krishna, who rarely visits even demigods, is visiting them. Krishna's affectionate glances fell on them, all of the above. Yes, all of the above. Good answer, everyone. Okay, ninth question. What was displayed in Dwarka to welcome Krishna? Fruits, flowers, seeds, each and every door decorated, yogurt, water pots, incense, candles, all of the above. All of you got it right. Okay. 10th question. What did Krishna's family like Vasudeva, Ugrasen, Balram abandon when they heard Krishna is approaching? Dining, resting, sitting, all of the above. So what did they stop doing? Did they stop eating? Did they stop resting? Did they stop sitting? Yes, it is actually all of the above. They couldn't eat, they couldn't sit, they couldn't sleep. They were took out their chariots and ran towards Krishna. Okay, Nitinji is now in first place. 11th question. What color was the umbrella used to protect the Lord from sunshine? Yellow, orange, blue, white. Very good. Everybody got it right. 12th question. How did Krishna's queen welcome him? Embrace him in their heart, embrace him in their mind, send their sons to embrace him, all of the above. All of the above is the right answer. Yeah, embrace him in their heart is also right. That's the first thing they did. What did Krishna's feet appear to his wives? Old, tired after the trip, newer and newer, none of the above. Yes, so Krishna's feet looks ever fresh to the wives, even though they see the feet all the time, it looks very fresh, because Mother Lakshmi is always at Lord Vishnu's feet. Have you seen that picture? She's always massaging his feet, and she, Lakshmi is like the money is going from one person to the other. It keeps on rolling, right? But that money is represented by Lakshmi. Lakshmi Devi is always at Krishna's feet. So because the feet is always newer and newer. So if Mother Lakshmi herself is always at the feet of Krishna, for the wives of Krishna, the 16,108, they were always seeing it very fresh, and they were always focused on Krishna's lotus feet. Okay. Last question for today. Radha Chaitra ji is now in first place. So true or false? Krishna was not agitated by the smiles and glances of his wives. True. Very good. All of you got that right. So let's see who's on the podium. Third place goes to Santosh ji. Second place goes to Nitin ji. First place goes to Radha Chaitra ji. And fourth place goes to Hemant ji. And all of you are winners. So congratulations. Thank you so much for joining. Vancha kalpatarupascha kripa sindhupya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna. Have a nice Krishna conscious week. See you all next week. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.